This is David Bailey, Texas Tech edge rusher and a top 10 lock in the 2026 NFL Draft. From the snap, he looks different. His tape shows that he has elite get-off, explosive and twitchy. And once he wins the edge, it's over. His toolbox is real as well. He has ghost moves, spins, counters, and the production, 14.5 sacks, 81 pressures, and All-American this year. When tackles get their hands on him, he can get moved. And in the run game, it's still developing. So at the next level, where the athletic advantage shrinks, is he still going to be able to win? Because in the NFL, it's about technique. Now, if I'm the Jets, I'm still pulling the trigger. You can trust his use of experience and explosiveness to anchor your defensive line. In the right system, he's an immediate pass rush weapon with double-digit sack upside. I have a full article breakdown below over for him.
Denied Dennis-Sutton could end up being one of the biggest steals in this draft. Even with some weaknesses, what matters at the next level is traits and motor, and he has both. The explosiveness you see in his measurables, it doesn't always show up in film, and a lot of that has to do with hesitation, not lack of ability. 6'6", 250, he ran a 4.6 and had a 39-inch vertical. On paper, that's a first-round athlete, but on tape, you see flashes, but it's not consistent. The first step isn't always there. Some rushes feel linear, almost predictable. And where he does win right now, though, is the run game. He's able to set the edge, play with his hands, keeps leverage well, and handles double teams. And that translates immediately. In that motor, it really stands out. He plays hard, finishes plays, and shows up in those big moments. As a pass rusher, there's still plenty of work left to do. He's able to win right now with power and effort, but he needs more counters and a better bend. At the next level, those tackles will definitely test his pass rush ability. But if it's all able to click, you're looking at a guy who's going to be a double-digit sack individual. He is a day 2 player for a reason, but he has real upside. Those traits, that motor, and the physical tools give him the high floor. And if he's able to develop, now you're going to see the steal conversation become real. Full breakdown below, and follow more for more draft evaluations.
He is the safest defensive tackle in the 2026 draft, and nobody is making a bigger deal about him. His name, Peter Woods, former 5-star that came into Clemson, and with all the hype, and he backed it up. He is pushing 300 pounds, and he can move like that. Explosive first step, constantly in the backfield, and he's always around the football. Watch the way he makes plays. He not only eats blocks, but he's attacking, shooting gaps, crossing face, and creating chaos. And against the run, he's already there. Diagnoses it fast, closes fast, and this is why his floor is so high. Now, here's the thing. As a pass rusher, he's not there yet. Right now, he's relying on raw talent more than polished moves. And if you want the full breakdown, I got a full article underneath. Peter Woods, don't forget the name. Taylen Green might be the most misunderstood quarterback in this draft. We're talking 6'6", 227, and he ran a 4.3. That's not normal. That's rare. But here's the issue. He's not a finished quarterback. Accuracy, inconsistent, decision-making, needs work. And because of what happened with Anthony Richardson, teams are just going to be scared. They see the elite traits and immediately think project. And they're right. But here's where I'm different. I like Green. I just don't want a team to give up on him early. If the right organization takes him, keeps him at quarterback, and gives him 2 years to develop, he will be special. But the question is, if he's that athletic, why didn't he dominate more, even in the SEC? Like and subscribe if you like the content.
Justin Joly's the type of player that coaches love, so it's surprising that he's getting overlooked, and that might be a mistake. The former wide receiver turned tight end transferred to NC State and had everything click for him. He became first team All-ACC, had the production and a strong Senior Bowl showing. Now, he's not your traditional tight end. He's that old school H-back, a chess piece for the board for any offensive coordinator. He can play in the slot, the backfield, or even out wide. His job is to create mismatches. He has reliable hands, high football IQ, and he's a tough player. But most importantly, he produces. As of right now, he's not a dominant inline blocker. He's not an elite explosive athlete, but that's not why you're drafting him. This is the type of player that becomes any offensive coordinator's favorite guy to use. The ability to move around, trust him on third down, and find a way to contribute to help a team win. And don't forget, most of the league is built on day 3 picks and undrafted guys. So don't sleep on the main. Like and subscribe for more 60-second draft breakdowns.
Everyone's chasing sacks in the NFL draft, but what if I told you that this guy dominates games without them? Meet Dominique Orange, known as Big Citrus. He's not flashy and only had 1 sack in his entire career, but here's what the stats don't show. Orange is an elite run stuffer. We're talking about a guy who eats double teams, closes the A-gaps, and forces offenses to completely change how they run. He went toe-to-toe with one of the best centers in the country and won. This is a 4-year player, 50-plus games, team leader, high football IQ, the kind of guy coaches trust on early downs. He projects as a nose tech or one tech, a true plug-and-play run defender, not a stat sheet guy, but a guy who's going to help you win on defense. If you love real football breakdowns, not just highlights, hit like, subscribe, and follow more for NFL draft gems just like this. This linebacker went from a 0-star recruit to an NFL draft riser. Follow for real NFL draft breakdowns because this story matters. Golday is 6'4", 240, built exactly like the modern weak side linebacker. But he didn't start there. At first, he was an undersized defensive end at Central Arkansas, and then everything in the game everywhere he went. From the box to the edge to even playing in the slot, this is a true hybrid defender. In that defensive end background, it's why his blitzing just feels natural, different. It's more violent. He has a history of it. And the beautiful thing about his game is he's still developing. Those instincts and zone awareness isn't elite yet, but his traits, the motor, and versatility is what many teams will be betting on. He is a clear day 2 pick, but that is how many NFL starters are built. Is Golday being slept on? Let me know, and a full article breakdown is below. Everybody needs a guy who isn't afraid of doing the dirty work, and Lee Hunter is your guy. Built like a tank at 325 pounds with a 6'9" wingspan, the Texas Tech defensive tackle is a true trench enforcer. And when you turn on the tape, it's not flashy, it's dominant. He wins with power, leverage, and length, stacking blockers, controlling gaps, and making life easy for linebackers behind him. This is a dude who anchors the middle. In 25, he helped lead the nation's #1 rushing defense, proving that he can hold up against the top competition. But the reality is, he's not a finished pass rusher. Right now, it's mostly bull rush, with limited counters, average speed, and conditioning that shows up late in drives, which means his role is clear. Early down, run situations, controlling those A-gaps. In the right system, especially in the 3-4, he can be a plug-and-play impact player. So you're not drafting Lee Hunter to rack up sacks, you're drafting him to set up the tone up front. And if he develops, even with a little bit of a pass rush move, he could be one of the most valuable interior pieces in this class. Full article breakdown in the description, and if you want more NFL draft prospect breakdowns, make sure to like and subscribe. If you want a big corner who just needs refinement, Julian Neal is your guy. At 6'2", 200 pounds, the Arkansas corner has the exact frame NFL teams are looking for. That long, physical, and versatile. And when you turn on the tape, it shows. He played like a weighted blanket in coverage. Tight,
physical, and disruptive at each catch point. But what really separated him was he's just not a cover corner. He can come downhill, hit, tackle, and even play in the box. That's a rare fourth day 3 guy. In 2025, he put up 55 tackles, 2 picks, and 10 pass breakups in the SEC. So yeah, there's some production there. But here's the catch. He is still raw. His hips can get tight, he struggles with sudden receivers, and his press technique needs work, which means he needs to go to a team in which their scheme matches what he can do. In a zone-heavy defense, he could develop into a starting boundary corner. In man coverage, he might get exposed early. So you're not drafting Julian Neal for what he is now, you're drafting him for what he can become. And if the right team develops him, he might end up being one of the biggest steals in the draft. Full article breakdown in the description, and if you want more NFL draft prospect breakdowns, make sure to like and subscribe. Romello height might be the most dangerous pass rush specialist in this draft, but here's the question. Can he be more than just a third down player? As a coach watching the tape, this is a traits versus role conversation. Height is 6'2" and 230, a lean, explosive edge rusher out of Texas Tech. He's played at multiple programs, battled through injury, and just came out a breakout season with 10 sacks. This is a guy who wins with speed and not power. His get off is elite. That first step puts tackles in distress immediately. He can bend, dip, and flatten to the quarterback. That ghost move is real. And what I love the most, his motor. He doesn't stop. He chases plays from the backside, and he wins with energy on almost every snap. But here's where it gets real. He's undersized. He struggles to hold up in the run game and can get moved at the point of attack. And at the next level, tackles will move him and test his strength early. He is a day 2 player with a clear role early, the pass rush specialist. But if he's able to add some strength, now you're talking about a real problem off the edge. High upside, but it's about development with him. A full breakdown is below, and if you want real draft evaluations, make sure to like and subscribe. I love an athletic, undersized defensive lineman. Zane Durant might be one of the biggest steals for day 3 during this NFL draft. The Penn State defensive tackle is listed 6'1", 290, so yeah, he's undersized for the position. But what he lacks in size, he makes up for elite explosiveness. Durant ran a 4.7 during the combine, which posted an athletic score of 92. He wins with his first step, with leverage and that twitch, making him a perfect fit as a penetrating 3-tech defensive tackle. Turning on the Northwestern and Illinois tape, he was living in the backfield. Now the concerns. He has short arms, struggles with linemen that get their hands on him, and his pass rush plan is still raw. And that's why he's likely a 4th or 5th round pick. But in the right scheme, and one that uses slants, twists, and movement up front, Zane Durant could be a dangerous rotation interior pass rusher. Don't be shocked if this day 3 prospect outplays his draft position. A full breakdown is below, and if you want to hear more, make sure to like and subscribe. Keenan III is an elite run defender. He eats double teams, controls the A gaps, and keeps those linebackers clean. With heavy hands, great leverage, and almost an impossible person to move when he's fresh, the former 4-star recruit has completely transformed his body. Once he was 380 pounds, but was able to turn into one of the most reliable interior defenders in the SEC. But don't expect pass rush production from him. With limited burst, shorter arms, and almost wins with power and not counters, he's not chasing plays, he's just controlling them. That puts him right in the 3rd round range. Best fit as a true 3-4 nose tackle or a 1-tech that anchors the middle of the field and early down situations. He won't fill up the stat sheet, but he'll make everyone else better, and that's the real value of your nose tackle. Follow more for more NFL draft. The smartest linebacker in this entire draft class is Deontae Lawson. The 2-time captain at Alabama who was a signal caller and the guy everyone trusted in the middle. Lawson brings range, instincts, and leadership. He flies sideline to sideline, diagnoses plays quickly, and is always around the football. Plus, he's quite an effective blitzer who can create constant pressure. With over 280 tackles in the SEC and playing over 2,500 snaps, and he came back after tearing his ACL, he is a true battle-tested linebacker, but he's not perfect. Slightly undersized, and he can struggle with shedding those blocks, and tackling can be somewhat inconsistent at times. Misdirection has been able to slow him down. Still, he's a clear day 2 prospect with starting upside. The best fit, a run and chase will linebacker or a coverage piece in some of those sub packages. He may not be the flashiest, but he's a type of linebacker coaches will trust to run your defense. Follow more for more NFL draft prospect breakdowns. Harold Perkins Jr. was once viewed as a top 10 NFL draft pick, but now his projection comes with some serious questions. At LSU, he exploded into the scene with one of the most dangerous defensive players in college football. As a freshman, Perkins had 13 tackles for loss and 7.5 sacks, dominating as a blitzer and edge rusher with elite speed and instincts. But his role changed at LSU. LSU moved him off the edge into a linebacker. While he stayed productive, the game-wrecking impact started to fade. Then, the ACL injury in 2024, which slowed his development and raised some real questions about his burst and explosiveness. Now, at 6'1", 220, he's slightly undersized for a linebacker, shows inconsistency in coverage, and can struggle with tackling and play diagnosis. Still, those traits are there. Ran a 4.4 with elite blitzing timing, shown ability to be a true hybrid with an upside as a situational defender. The NFL loves players who are flexible, can slightly play multiple positions, and if you're a team that goes to draft him, you're not asking him to be a traditional linebacker. Just let him attack. Follow him for more NFL draft prospect breakdowns. Logan Fano might not be flashy, but he could stick in the NFL longer than you think. At 6'5", 260, the Utah edge rusher has legitimate NFL size, strength, and a motor that never shuts off. Fano is built to stop the run. He sets the edge, plays with power, and brings relentless effort with every snap. He constantly is chasing plays, winning with physicality and second effort, not just finesse. The former 4-star recruit has battled multiple ACL injuries, but has been able to work his way into an all Big 12 player. Football runs in his family as well, with 4 uncles in the NFL and a brother that is one of the top picks in this draft. But the issue lies with his pass rush ceiling. No elite bend, he has average burst, and it's pretty predictable with his rush plan. He's able to give more effort than explosiveness. This puts him late in day 3, where he'll have to earn everything. His path is clear: special teams and early run defense. If he embraces that role, Logan Fano could absolutely contribute to a team and outplay his draft spot. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more NFL draft content.